It's Rock FM 96.5, live on Drive with Chromez, the voice of Lusaka.
And Nonzee the Diva.
And we're with you all the way till 7 p.m. And we did say we'll have a special guest in the studio. And she's here.
There you go.
It's Iris.
Please introduce yourself.
Hello all, it's Iris Kaingu radio. I think it's the best radio. Am I supposed to say that right?
No, not supposed to say anything.
Hi, it's Iris.
It's great to have you in the studio.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so Nonzee, you want to go first?
Should I go first? Okay.
Oh, where are we going?
Let me go first.
We're going everywhere.
We're doing it all today. We're going to have a little chat.
Ladies first. So
Okay.
it's fun.
All right. Iris, how you doing?
Good, thank you.
A lot of-
How are you?
I'm good. A lot of things been happening with you lately.
How are you?
Uh-huh.
You're very beautiful.
Oh, she's trying to flatter me already. Okay, I see what
All
she's
right.
trying to do.
Do you talk to each other every day?
No, he's
What's
just
that? No,
cool.
she's got a bunch of stalkers that tell her that every day, so she doesn't need me to say
The
it.
stalkers don't mean anything.
There you go.
Do they not?
Then she's going to be like, oh, yeah. That must be true.
Anyhow, so Iris.
Hi, Nonzee.
Okay, let me put it to you this way. Until a couple of weeks ago, I actually didn't know anything about you.
Oh, yeah?
I'm not from here. So
Okay.
I wasn't here 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way.
Okay.
All right? So I watched your press conference
Okay.
and yeah, just had a few questions about that.
Okay.
The press conference especially. You said you were doing body paint for culture.
Yeah.
And that you're kind of frustrated that the media is portraying you in a certain way.
More or less, yes.
Right. So here's my first question. Aside from what happened 5 years ago and then the body paint, what has happened in between that the media wouldn't portray you in a negative way?
Where to start?
Like, what have you done that
Positively.
that the media can then say, oh, she's, started a library or she's opened a school or...
I think to begin your answer is that if you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, there's been a bunch of stuff that I've been doing. I do work with prisoners,
Right.
so because I went to prison and I feel like I can
Okay.
relate
Okay.
to the
How long did you
struggle.
go to prison for?
Did you go to pretty girl prison?
Was it like prison,
Was
like,
it prison?
hard labor, like you were knocking rocks, or was it just
Legit.
like, it was like a jail
proper-
cell and you were there and they felt sorry for you and, you cried a little bit?
No, I was crying the whole time. So I was crying the whole afternoon when I was there, like for the first afternoon. And the ladies, they looked at me like, why are you crying? It's not like we're gonna like do anything to you. It's not.
Is that what you were scared of?
I think that they were gonna say it's not prison, but it really is prison.
Mm-hmm.
So no, they were nice to me. Everybody was so nice. For me, it was I was lucky. I think other people's struggle is real in prison, so I get that. And I was just privileged because I was only there 3 days. Because it was hard, but then I've been boarding school and prison. So same
You
thing.
just compared prison
I
to
know,
boarding
right?
school?
Gosh, there's me thinking of sending my kids to boarding school. It's like, hold on.
It's like, you want to go to boarding
Exactly.
school? No, we taking you to
Yeah.
prison, boy.
You going to prison? No, boys. No, the boys' prison. But really, I've done lots of work with prisoners. I work core on a radio station with my dad, and we do lots of environmental work. It's commercial, so we do make money off of the ads and stuff. But then we do, it's in the south. We do lots of work with orphans, with widows, bringing like the community together, sensitization programs.
But then, sorry to interrupt you,
Yeah.
because
I thought I was tooting my own horn for a long
sorry,
time there.
it's just like, okay, this is Zambia. And unfortunately, Zambia is what it is in certain regards as far as like nakedness and exposure is concerned.
To be honest, that is the will that I'm trying to break.
But see, that's where I'm going to.
Okay.
As much as I saw your pictures and I thought, there ain't nothing wrong with that because I'm not from here and I've seen that and a lot more.
Yeah.
Why have you decided to put on that cape and be the Joan of Arc of exposing your body to the whole of Zambia? And why can you not understand that people would have a problem with that?
Because I think I am a groundsbreaker, I think, naturally, with my character. And I think that I've been moved for this cause. Not because like there are other causes, another like other things to rally behind, but I feel very passionate about this because I see women in Zambia that you need to just, firstly we need to stick together because we're women, and secondly we need to appreciate ourselves. So I feel like I should be driven to that cause.
No, I understand what you're saying because, like I said, I've seen what you are relating to, but unlike you, I'm not coming here saying, well, I'm now going to champion women's causes. And no, I shouldn't, because you know what? Ultimately, at the end of the day,
don't want to do that.
Listen, let me put it to you this way. I've got, and I've said it. I've got 8 tattoos. I've seen people who have looked at me like, oh my gosh, she's got tattoos. She's worshiping the devil. I can understand their reasoning. I can understand the mindset because it's not like normal for people here to have tattoos all the time. Where I'm from or where I grew up, tattoos are perfectly normal. But having said that, I'm not thrusting my tattooing on the Zambian culture simply because, well, this is how I feel. So my question to you...
The Zambian culture has tattoos, and sometimes they do actually thrust their opinions on people.
But now you've taken it one step further. You're like...
You see, Nonzee, your expression of... I don't know, what... Is there anything that you feel that deeply passionate about that you want to do the heights of it to get
there
your
are plenty,
across?
but the way I see it, it's one step at a time. So not just go all out and then expect people to just say, okay, she's arrived, yay, cool, you know?
Okay, not to cut you guys short. We have to get to the news.
I know.
We still have so much to talk about.
A lot to talk about. We're going to be here all like...
And we'll give you a chance to respond.
Yeah.
You're
going to go... Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
It's Rock FM 96.5. We want to hear from you. We have Iris in the studio. You can call us on 0211-220-040. All right, it's 0955-220-040.
Or on Facebook.
Yeah, you can hit us up on Facebook as well. We have a post there. Or you can tweet us as well.
96.5 Rock FM giving you News 360.
It's Rock FM 96.5. That's Western with Social here on Live on Drive.
Rock.
Your expression of... I don't know, what is there anything that you feel that deeply passionate about that you want to do the heights of it to get
there are plenty, but the way I see it, it's one step at a time. So not just go all out and then expect people to just say, oh, okay, she's arrived, yay, cool, you know?
That was early on. We have Iris in the studio in case you just joined us.
Hello.
One question I have is, where's Nathan? What happened to him?
Ooh.
He's the guy that was in the video, right? The 14-minute video.
Wow. See, I don't know about this video.
You didn't know about the video?
I told you I don't know about the video.
No, I think we need to take it back to when you asked 14 minutes. How do you know that?
Everyone knows it was 14 minutes, Iris. Wait, was it more?
You particularly have more information than most, but okay.
It wasn't 14 minutes.
I don't know. I was checking out. There was no timer on.
Okay. Besides that, what happened to him?
Kidding. I do speak of him sometimes. He lives in South Africa now.
He ran away.
No. He just relocated for, I think, better reasons. I don't know. Maybe didn't like.
Was it too much for him? Was the pressure too much?
No, I think that he didn't even like. I don't think the public engaged him as much as.
So why did everyone go in on you then, and not him? What do you think?
My family and myself, it was a conscious decision to not have him as part of the court process because he was not charged. It was just me. That's obviously.
Why were you only charged?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a bit of a failure on the part of the law, but then obviously the law has its flaws. So, and I'm not feeling bad about it because obviously I have moved on, and it's the whole scenario. And I keep saying this, and I keep being misquoted. It's given me like such a positive look in life. I think if I were next to him, it'd have probably diluted the I don't know. Anyway, I never know what would possibly happen in the future, but
it would have ruined him.
No, I don't care about that. It would have probably ruined my prospects.
What do you mean by that?
I'm trying to understand that.
What do you mean it would have ruined your prospects?
Yeah.
I know, we would have been jointly seen as a
publicity stunt?
Yeah, maybe. You know what I mean?
Was it not?
But no. It was just.
How did that thing leak,
college.
by the way?
Jeez, are we gonna go there?
Yes.
We have more important things to talk about, such as
That's where everything started.
It is important to find out how these things get leaked, because I'm wondering, either you have really horrible friends who leak your stuff.
In England, there's this law. It's against like revenge porn. You know, because most people, let's not deny it. When you're a couple and you're young and you engage in coitus, and sometimes you want to film yourself.
That's what
I think
happened.
it's a normal occurrence. I'm not for it, of course, but because obviously what happened to me was not nice at all. But it was not. I keep telling people, if it was meant for commercial purposes, I think it would have had better lighting and.
But then if it wasn't okay, you've just said that it wasn't nice what happened to you.
Yeah.
So let's go on that. So it wasn't nice. This thing came out. Like I said, I don't know what happened 5 years ago. So this thing comes out, big uproar.
Yeah.
You get sent to jail for 3 days. You have to pay a fine.
Don't say it like that.
No, I'm calling out facts.
You should take away from it. I went to prison.
I'm calling out facts. Okay, so you went to
jail
prison.
for 3 days.
You went to prison for 3 days.
Yes.
You paid a fine and all of that. Now, going forward, do you not think then that would have been your cue to just say, okay, let me keep a low profile?
Oh, I got that a lot, definitely.
And,
from my family.
move up quietly while not, creating more controversy? Because like now, the latest thing that you've done, that's like a slap in the face to everybody who thought that they punished you 5 years ago, isn't it?
Okay, you bring two very valid points. One is to have taken a low profile. Mm-hmm. I believe I was not in the media eye. I think it's just because there's certain people who take a deep interest in my life. I don't know why, but you see, they took an interest. I didn't publicly say, oh yeah, I want to remain an item. I thought it was going to be 15 minutes like most people, and everybody moves
14
along.
minutes, guys.
Go away! 15 minutes of fame. Look at this one.
Okay, look, like the thing with me is, after such a thing happens, you'd probably want to change your image altogether.
Exactly.
So you coming up with a sexual image.
I didn't do anything wrong.
No. I mean, like now with the body painting and stuff, like you coming out with that.
I mean,
to me
because
was,
you said you're sorry to interrupt you. You said in the press conference that you were trying to portray culture.
Yeah.
Could you not have portrayed culture by putting on an actual outfit and going to, what is that ceremony that they have? I don't want to say the name. Nkwala? What?
Nkwala.
Yeah, that ceremony. Could you not have done that? That's culture.
There's so many ways to have skinned this cat, to be honest, and that's the way that I chose, that I felt comfortable with. So
then you can understand that having done something then.
Did I expect backlash from all of this? Of course I did. But then these pictures, we need to have in our minds that they were leaked and they came out before their time. And if it was up to me, I would have given that Zambia a more... First, they even explained my cause and then given them a picture to depict this. But then we need
how were they leaked when you put them out, though?
No, I put them up after the online media took them. So I saw them. In fact, how I found out was some person sent me a message and said, "This is creative," with the picture, and I'm like, "No, the fuck, you're not." Sorry.
We'll bleep that out.
You can't. It's like, I'm so
Go
sorry.
ahead and
That's
just
how you know
curse
it's
all the time.
Sorry. I'm into it, but I mean, I was like, why? How do you have those pictures? They're not meant to be anywhere. They're supposed to be in the vault of the vault's vault. You know what I mean? So I was completely shocked about this. And he says, no, they're circulating on WhatsApp groups. I'm like, oh God, no. And at that point, I did know how this would have just happened now.
But so you did expect that you did know that you were going to get some major backlash.
Of course, because I think that when something of this nature is out there, I know that people's first reaction is to be judgy, and I can't help that. Because
that's the thing. I think that's where we get to the point where during the press conference, I was kind of, let me put it out as bluntly as possible. Okay. I was kind of getting irritated because it sounded as if you weren't owning what you had done. So in as much as, for whether one sees it as good or bad, I have my opinion. Chromez has his opinion. Everybody has their opinion.
Yeah.
You know what you've done. And it didn't come off like you were actually owning the fact that, yes, I did it. You know? So it sounded like as if you were saying, but I didn't do anything wrong.
No, that's what I was not owning. I was not owning the fact that it was a wrong thing.
No, but you weren't owning the fact that you posed naked with body paint in the story.
I didn't accept that either. I didn't say.
But
it
that's
was
what
naked.
you. No, but you were naked,
No.
body paint or not. Your body was exposed.
No.
Were you not
okay,
naked?
Look, no, not exactly in your literal sense. No, I wasn't naked. But I see how people. And that's what was irritating you, right?
It was
I see
the lack of ownership
I'm
what you
owning-
did.
I'm owning what I did, and that is exactly why I wanted to talk to the media. And well, the biggest part of that conference was to just communicate to them that not everything is supposed to be negative. You can actually see this and see something positive, you know? And I was trying to help people because you see media, like I said, are a maker or breaker, because then you can easily just, the way this picture's leaked, there was a negative thing on the Watchdog, for example, and that's how they came into mainstream media, and the birth of them on the internet was negative. So I don't expect people to be like, oh no, praise her. So I had to own it and take it to my Instagram and explain why I did the paint in the first place.
But you're already a controversial person, so surely
I
you
can help
expect that the media is going to jump in on
Okay,
you.
my question is, how did you want to roll it out? How did you want to do it? Because
plan-
obviously you got rushed into doing it.
Yeah, of course.
right?
The plan was with my media team, we were going to do first a campaign on how our culture has changed, because it has changed. Let's be honest. And we were gonna do a bunch of other stuff. I don't want to ruin it, but I was gonna go through an initiation ceremony, like becoming a woman, and.
Now, you've already passed that stage.
No,
We saw it happen.
no, go away. No, you're nasty.
Yo, we saw it happen.
Ouch.
That was
Now
the initiation itself.
That
is not
actually hurt me. I
initiation.
felt that.
But that happened years ago. We already saw it happen.
Shade is allowed. It's alright. I cannot give it to you. But truly, in the proper cultural way, yes, I was
Like with
gonna,
the women and
so
the
we
drums
were,
and everything.
Yes, we were gonna do the whole proper dress and culture and a whole educational thing, and then with that, pictures. So now it just looks like a mess, to be
But then the
honest.
thing is, how does that tie into African culture? You were naked.
I was not. You keep saying that.
No, because
You were naked. You see, the thing is, and then the thing is, Caleb Chisha comes out and says that the Zambians don't understand art. Like, how
I
did
think he
you allow him to come out to say such a thing?
No,
Because that
he
was
has
just-
he has his own opinion about this.
But then he's
and-
using your image, so
Of
then
course,
it
if
sort of
he-
looks like you also agree with
he
that
is just-
indirectly.
I think he's just a thirsty person trying to make like head waves, because I think he already got
Caleb, the artist.
Caleb, yeah.
Because I think he got his
You just called him
publicity.
thirsty.
I
What was
know.
happening when he was painting you?
No. Totally.
What was going through his mind?
No, I think
I'd
it
like
was-
to know.
This is and was supposed to be very professionally done, and
Hmm.
I understand why people feel the way they feel about, like, negatively. I mean, like,
Hmm.
with that. I think Caleb should have been responsible enough to just not want to take it and talk to everybody, and because there's things that he said that are very untrue about the scenario, and I don't blame him. I mean, if I had 2 minutes in the sun and to sell some paintings, why not?
But you had him with you at your press
Are
conference.
you guys cool?
Yeah, it's a,
It sounds like you guys are not in good terms, the way you're speaking of him right now. You just called him thirsty. You know that's a headline tomorrow, right?
no, I think still
Caleb
pushing
Chisha thirsty.
that agenda. Crumbs, I see you. No.
What am I doing?
No,
I'm just asking the necessary questions.
That's what we're gonna dub it as. Yes, I don't think he's handled the media and the fame very responsibly. Honestly, is he a good painter? Yes, and is he talented? Of course, but I just don't think he's handling this well. That's just my
So
honest
do
opinion.
you think that
And I have told them.
Do you think that you would then do something else as controversial because you've made it very clear that this is your position and this
Yeah.
is your pet project
Yeah.
to open the minds of the Zambian society who are a little bit too restricted.
Have said it better.
However,
Look at her, man.
are you going to my question is, are you going to tone it down and do it slowly, or
are we keeping our clothes on, Iris?
Or are you
I guess
gonna
that's
just
the question.
keep showing us everything that there is to see?
It's so raw. I would think that if people are complaining so much about it, just shut it down, I think.
Shut what down?
You know, the complaining thing. I think first, I don't think that there's nudity in that painting.
Well, I see it.
No, that's in your mind, obviously, because you have very creative mind. But no, but I think that let's focus on. I know I realize that this might be a meme, but I think we need to focus on the bigger picture. You know, not the.
Which one?
Crap.
You already put out the big picture.
No,
we saw the big picture.
No, focus on why the painting is the way it is.
Okay, the caption. But
Yeah.
nobody really paid attention to that because we were looking at something else.
Jeez. Really?
At least for everybody that I know.
I looked at the pictures. I won't lie. I looked at the pictures and I was like,
You didn't feel some type of way? Come on,
no,
Nonzee.
I didn't feel any type of way. I looked at them. I was like, okay.
Okay, sure.
Turn up that man's mic. I'm sorry.
All right, we're going to open up the phone lines in a bit. Stay tuned. It's Rock FM 96.5. We have Iris in the studio. The number to call is 0955-220-040. That is Zed and Alessia Cara with Stay, the Chemist remix on Rock FM 96.5. We have Iris in the studio. Remember, we're picking up calls at 0955-220-040. Call us up right now.
Kicking bad radio to the curb and leaving room to rock 96.5 FM.
Your expression of, I don't know, what is there anything that you feel that deeply passionate about that you want to do? The heights of it to get
there are plenty, but the way I see it, it's one step at a time. So not just go all out and then expect people to just say, oh, okay, she's arrived, yay, cool, you know?
It's Rock FM 96.5, live on Drive with Chromez, the voice of Lusaka.
Nonzee the diva.
And we do have Iris in the studio with us.
Fancy title. That is so sad, you guys. So come with my AKA.
What, you want me to give you one?
No, it's okay.
Yeah, no, don't have him.
I have
give
a
me
whole
one,
bag of
'cause,
those.
yeah, nah.
I'm just telling. All right, 0955-220-040 is the number to call. You could come through and talk to Iris. That's if you have anything that you'd like.
To say.
Really?
Disclaimer.
Just the nice stuff? That's all you want?
The nice stuff.
Why?
It's on Monday, jeez. It's Monday, right?
But you know what? Okay, speaking of nice things to say, you mentioned also that you're not
Sorry,
happy.
could you hold that thought so we can pick this one up?
Uh-oh.
You're through to Rock FM. Hello? 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 Oh, missed that one. Try again. It's 0955-220-040. Try again, then we can have the conversation here. You were about to say.
Okay. So I was going to say, you mentioned the fact that you don't like the backlash that your family have suffered.
Okay.
Now, my question to you is this. Do you not expect that your father, having been a public figure before, would get some backlash from anything that you did at any point in his life?
You know,
Good
I
or bad?
actually wish that my dad was still like actively in politics, because that was gonna be one of the other things that I want to tackle in this country, because I feel in other responsible political situations, people's family are left out of it.
Do you really believe that?
Yeah, I always believe that.
Really?
Like, I was gonna say America, but then I realized
you just mentioned America, and I'm thinking Ivanka Trump is always associated with her father.
But you know, I think that she. Oh well. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll go
Yeah,
there. No, I was gonna say something.
Kylie Jenner is always associated with Kim Kardashian. Janet is always associated with Michael. So
No, I just think that they're
it
not.
kind of goes
like,
hand
you
in
can't
hand.
say, "Oh, Kim had a sex tape," and then you go and blame it on Kylie. You know
No,
what I mean?
but you can, if Kylie does certain things that are technically similar to Kim, you can
You
say,
can't say, like,
oh, well,
yeah, Kim had a sex tape.
You can say, well, look at her sister. I mean, if her sister did it, then hey.
No, I just think that my father has served this country very well, and I think that they shouldn't. It's only good courtesy, you know, to just let him have that. That's his.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
The thing is this,
I'm
right?
a parent, see, and I know
Yeah,
that
yeah.
when your child does something,
Yeah.
you're expected to answer for it.
I mean, but then you can say, oh, Nonzee, and then blame you have achieved something, and then you belittle that just because your child made a mistake.
But that's a very, serious thing. If your child makes that kind of a mistake, you start asking yourself, what kind of upbringing does this child have that it's so normal for the child to do this? I'm not judging you, but I'm just saying, if my son was to go out and steal, I know that people would say, well, maybe his mom, finds it normal for him to do that, not knowing what goes on in the background.
Or it could have just been like a one-off type of thing, and they might have lost their way. It's
yeah,
not like,
it could be, but
we're doing
I
this.
can still understand people would judge me for the actions of my child. So do you not think that it's a bit unfair for you not to expect people to judge your father?
I just think that if you're going to, firstly, like everybody claims that we're Christian nation, who are you to judge? Why are you the person to point the finger? I don't get it. Because, I don't think I did anything bad.
But then the same question is, why do you feel that you need to carry the mantle of freedom of expression and openness?
Because I think that it needs to be expressed.
Why are you carrying that mantle? Why not why not me? Why not Chromez?
You don't have a sex tape. I don't have a sex tape.
What? No.
That's not the question I'm asking.
So why are you not carrying this mantra? Chromez, why are you not taking it upon yourself to promote culture and women accepting their bodies and all of that stuff?
Well, when those topics come up on the radio, I'm always the one championing women.
Yeah.
This is the platform that I have. We have hundreds of thousands of people listening, and so we use this platform to make sure that.
You see, your expression of that is not going out to get body paint. Yours is to talk on the radio.
Because this is my voice.
Then that's my voice.
Your body is your voice.
Yeah.
But don't you feel that is kind of a little bit too close to the whole sexualization of the body, and you're kind of you are kind of objectifying yourself?
No, I think objectifying comes from the other person, because I think that whereas I see it as no more, somebody else would be like, but you want to objectify yourself, but that's coming from you.
But you're using your body as a tool. So by definition, you're objectifying yourself because it is a tool.
Using it as a tool, exactly. It's my expression, not as a tool, because I think that it could easily be misquoted when you say that you're using it as a tool. You know what I mean?
So it is what it is, but you just don't want to say what it is.
Can you see where the lines are very blurred? I mean, I don't know if you understand how blurred these lines are.
I understand that, yes, and that's what people need to know, that the lines are blurred, but they are lines. That, let's not forget that. And most people are like, no, we're just going to swim. It's murky water. We don't know what's in there. I just think, look, I am a person who's trying to champion a cause. If you don't like the cause, just shut it down. If you like the cause, let's do it together. You know what I mean? There's no need for us to talk about Christianity or our values, because I think that
So we should throw those away.
No, I think that's very hypocritical, because then we will have to be looking at a time before Christianity if we have to make this make sense. You know what I mean? And I think Christ, in his coming down to earth, he just came to make us believe in love and loving each other. And if you love someone, you can't really just want to be crushing them all over the internet like that. I'm saying.
Well, okay. Speaking of the internet,
there's
kids on the internet.
Yeah.
They're the ones that are on the internet 24/7.
Yeah.
And so when they see, maybe they got their, they know about the sex tape, and then they see the impact that has had on your life.
Yeah.
You're considered a celebrity now.
Yeah.
That could make someone try to do the same thing that you did.
Yeah.
To get because the social media is all about attention. So what are you going to do to
a couple of series of sex tapes, I think, that's just put that out there that have been publicized.
Can we rate them? Would you like to rate the sex tapes, guys?
No. Focus, bro. Focus.
Okay, no, I just threw that in there.
Yeah, no, listen. So there's been other sex tapes, but there's
your sex tapes?
No, other people's engaging.
You obviously think they're trash because they didn't take them anywhere, isn't it?
Did they come after your tape?
Yes, and other people have been persecuted or gone through the same ordeal that I did. But are they famous or the celebrity now? I don't think so. I just think that I might have something else to offer, and that's what I'm trying to do with my life right now.
So is it fair to say that like you've kind of capitalized on the scandal that took place 5 years ago, and you're using that to your advantage?
I wouldn't say that exactly, because I felt like going away, because I had been away for over 5 years, no, 4 years and a bit, and I thought, nobody would care anymore who the hell is Iris.
That's
but then
not
I come
true,
back
Iris.
home. No, that's true.
That's
I
not
swear
true.
down.
Did you really expect that? Nobody
I did,
would
because
care.
I've not done anything. I have not done anything.
But then you've not done anything else other than the tape. So you coming back and then boom, body paint.
No, I
it's
just
like,
think
I'm back.
No,
Hey, check me out.
I have stayed relevant, and I feel like it's within God's purpose for me to be relevant. And now I want to use my being relevant for a good cause.
All
And I
you
think
need
that's
is
what I'm trying to
14
do.
minutes, baby.
Go.
That's all it is. But
No,
listen,
do you hear this guy?
all you
That's
need
why I
is
sit on
14
this
minutes.
side, see?
But yeah, like getting back to my point, because this is very important,
Yeah, of course.
because I've got younger, siblings,
Yeah.
and you might.
In this round of things, you want to blame it on my sex tape and not their upbringing.
No. What?
No, because let me tell you what.
No, listen
when
up.
it suits few people.
No,
it's
the
like,
thing is
oh,
this.
you have a sex tape. Oh no, now it can't. You're corrupting our children and their morals.
No, I'm
and
not
all
saying
this
you're
stuff.
corrupting anyone.
Oh, I thought. That's
No,
you
that's not
going
where
there.
I was going
Oh,
with
okay.
that. Why don't you let me finish? My 14 minutes is not done yet. Come on now. Listen, what I'm trying to say is this. I'm trying to say people might look at that. I wasn't trying to refer to them directly. I'm just saying there's so many people out there, and can we say that kids are gullible, and they'll look at that and be like, oh, it worked for her.
They're like
I don't want a
sponges.
day
They're
job.
like,
I want to do what she's doing.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do to make sure that no one
I mean, if someone
falls
did come up
in
to you
that
and say,
line?
hey, I love what you did. You can't, I want to, can you hook me up with whoever produced your tape and all that? What are you going to say to them?
That was a laptop, wasn't it? No, laptop camera? It was.
How would you feel if someone actually came up to you and said that? Let's say, I don't know, my daughter in 5 years' time, she comes up to you and she goes, I want to know the cameraman that you hired because I want to do the same thing that you did and I want to become famous.
Like, who's your mother, child? Who
But,
is your
okay,
mother?
so what puts you in that
I'm kidding,
position
I'm
to
only
say
kidding.
that? I mean,
I think, like I've been saying, it's just there's been a bunch of sex tapes, and not everybody has made a success out of it. And I'm not saying I'm a success already.
Yes, you are.
I'm not. I'm just. I have like a little bit of influence, and that's what I want to try and maybe make something good for Zambia. Let's like work together. Jeez, I have a voice and I'm trying to make it heard, and I think many people want to focus on many ever unnecessary things, to be honest. I think
Your body is not unnecessary, Iris.
Oh,
I know a lot of
Actually,
people are
you-
coming out and saying I sound thirsty. Do I sound thirsty,
I
guys?
was about to say, bro, you sound a bit. You don't sound like that when we're in studio, like on a regular basis. I mean, you need to just,
This is the
It's
voice
you know what?
of all.
That's not the voice.
I need to say, no, it's okay. It's fine to be thirsty. Like, it's okay. Just own it.
Yeah.
But so, do you own the fact that
You made
are,
Caleb thirsty.
I hate to use this word, but
Yeah.
technically you are a scandalous person. Do you own that?
Yeah, well, yes and no.
Are you a scandalous person?
Not really. It's this thing.
You're
I think
controversial.
There was scandal, and
Yeah.
then there was this girl, and then there was this. People want to know about this girl, and I think then there's now controversial. So the scandal and controversial are quite different. So I think there was scandal, and then there was that, and then there was controversy, and then there's now, which I think we can spin it and make it something successful. I hope that Zambia could do that. for
So, are
me,
you planning
at
on
least,
writing a
please.
memoir or a book or something of that
So
nature?
the whole lot of the 26 years of my life, definitely. It's been epic so
When
far.
does it start?
The 26 years of my life.
No, I mean the story in the memoir. Does it start with the 14 minutes?
It starts here, Chromez.
Does it start here?
now. Yeah, here where we are.
Right here.
When you ask me the question, yes,
That's where it starts.
that's where it starts.
Okay, we're gonna be in the memoir, Nonzee. How
Hey.
cool is that?
I'd be famous.
Doubt it.
No, we do appreciate you coming through.
No, thank you for having me. It's a serious honor and pleasure. You guys are lovely.
Thank you.
It's not trying to bash me all over the place. It's nice.
I mean, aside from, okay, so you've had media backlash, you've had internet, bullying, all those kind of things. What positives do you think have come out of what has recently transpired?
The mood. I think the mood of the people has helped me more or less weigh how people feel about me. And from now, there's more niceness, I think. There's obviously the internet trolls and horrible people that say nasty things on Facebook and Instagram, but I've been receiving lots of love from people, and I really appreciate that, because once it's love, it turns into, I feel like we can hold hands and make something bigger of it. And another positive is that I got to meet you guys.
Okay. So when's the next tape coming out?
Oh, go away. You said 5 years, a daughter. You said, no, she
when's
said
the
5
next
years,
tape? When
a
the next
daughter.
picture?
No.
I
can coach.
No.
Coach?
I'm kidding, Nonzee.
I'm just wondering for the next tape, next pictures,
No, honestly, I'm
Instagram.
gonna lay off controversy, because I think that people might lose the point of this and the tits or the ass. I think that you might not just
The what? No, say that again.
Way. I mean, you might be lost. You might not see the point of it, because I feel like even the pictures, people lost the meaning and the translation of it, because they
I could have told you that for free.
The only saw a body
before you put it out.
No, but then the attention is here, and I feel like this is the time and the right time to spin it.
By putting out the tits.
No, because we have the tits out already. Let's see what we can do with that attention. I think we can do something good.
So when all this attention goes away, what's gonna happen?
It's never gone away. I feel like I'm gonna stay relevant for as long as I live. I feel like God just ordained that on me for some reason. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I might just take up that offer and becoming a lawmaker, because I heard somewhere that I was gonna be standing on the parliamentary seat.
That's not true.
No. Yes. I don't know.
What?
No, like I don't
there. Wait, what?
I don't know. Like, I don't know if I will or I will not. You know what I mean? Like, there's just talks about it. I just might. Yeah.
Even with the past, you don't think that'll hurt you in the future?
It
When your
shouldn't.
kids
It
grow
shouldn't.
up and see these, do you think
No,
of that?
it shouldn't. And I think that by the time I have children who understand what life is about, they will know that. In fact, I'm trying to coin a different Zambia for my children. A Zambia that's not judgy, a Zambia that is appreciative of other people's opinions, and a Zambia that loves each other overall.
How do you feel about being considered? How do you feel about some people saying that you are Zambia's Kim Kardashian?
It's actually quite an honor, I must say, because
It's flattering?
see, yeah, it is quite flattering, because you see, Kim is a mogul now. She has multiple businesses and things are positives to her name, and Kanye West. But it obviously
Is Monkey
started
2
out.
your Kanye?
Oh God, no! Jeez, look at you. Chromez is trying to get people about that life.
He's about that.
What?
No, I mean, Kim had a sex tape, obviously.
I'm just thinking, that's just brilliant, Like Monkey 2 might actually be...
He's married. He's married, Chromez. Are you married,
No.
Chromez?
No, I'm not.
See, everybody knows you might be Kanye.
What?
Whoa! I need to leave the room.
No, but
I'm the third wheel right now.
But I was saying that Kim is gorgeous, and I think she's not afraid to express herself. And just because one little bad thing happened in the past, and which obviously I think she kind of feels bad that it happened that way, but she looked at the lemons and made lemonade. See?
Okay. That's like your line now, isn't it?
Well, I've been living by that mantra even like way before 5 years ago. Like, I feel every situation has a positive. I always see a positive in a situation, always. doesn't matter how horrid it is.
So what do you say to anybody who's out there listening to you at this point? What do you have to say?
I feel like this is going to be a headline in the morning. Well, everybody listening to me, I would like to say that I am very grateful for the support that you've given to me so far. And I hope that you can see beyond just negativity and people being hostile. I hope that you can see that love is like the way to go with most things. And if you love anything, you can see the best in it. And I hope that you guys could see me that way. And I was going to put out a statement a couple of days ago about Hollywood. See, Hollywood is like multi-billion-dollar area in LA that makes lots of money for lots of people based on lifestyle. Now, Zambia has this, because I see lots of other celebrities getting backlash for just living their lives. I hope that people one day can look at this as a change in our way of life. Now, I think that Zambia is ready for celebrity dom. I think it's time to embrace celebrity, and don't be afraid to love your celebrity, because, I mean, why not, right? So everybody needs to stay in love with each other. You should love me and Chromez and Nonzee, because they're great.
What do you have next coming up? Are you doing a reality show? What else?
I can't say that on live radio, but there is a project, yes, in the pipeline, and you need to look out for that. Let me see. What's that? Okay.
You wanted to say something else?
Yeah, Wes, guys, you probably should be off the record.
Okay, all right, no problem.
To you, Chromez. It's for you.
It's for me?
Yeah, it's for you.
Oh.
No, it's nothing nice.
It's nothing nice?
Horrible to you.
Oh, okay.
So, Chromez.
Anything coming from you is fine with me. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you.
No, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah.
I am very honored to be here.
All right. It's Rock FM 96.5. We've had Iris in the studio. Stay tuned. The show continues.